Manita Wali, Notato, what did you go on? You go to the Futuma for the Gendos. I forgot the first. You go no matter. Naba, 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 Naba. The prophet never Musa more than the big. The chosen one, the Messiah. It's in a basile and Abba. Masi, Motobla Banabele Naba. It's in a basile and Abba. Because you meet the first, because you meet the first. America be a boy first, America be a boy first. Anya kiss you meet the first, kiss you meet the first. Anya dilema herushi ya first, America be a boy. Inana hotel, inana bow, to Naba, 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 Naba. Chosen one, the Messiah. He is the chosen one and the Messiah. He's the light and the way, the wisdom of our days, the healer, the preacher, the truth, the love. Bangati to Bunga, listen up a second. What you're forced. The chosen one, the Messiah. Listen up a second. What you're forced. Listen up a second. What you're forced.
Even up to
Ujjayi, and welcome to the Wisdom of the Nile show. Hopefully you hear me loud and clear out there. Ujjayi, and good evening. My name is Katasta Fakara. And before I go any further, I want to acknowledge the divine world and acknowledge the world of the ancestors, those on whose shoulders we stand. I want to welcome you, like I just said, to another session, another evening of the Wisdom of the Nile show. And I'm here alongside my co-host,
Jodianne.
Welcome, Jodianne. Yes, so we're here another week. Now, I really want to make sure that the levels are fine, so we'll just keep checking in to make sure that that's fine. But, I want to, first of all, just from the top of the show, acknowledge Nebnaba. Yesterday, at the school, we had a celebration, and it was to celebrate the life. It was also what we call a mournful day, because it's 12 years to the day that Nebnaba transitioned. So there was definitely that aspect of the fact that, he had transitioned, but also really for those of us who have come and are really benefiting from his life's work. How did you find it, Jodie? It was for myself, it was actually a wonderful day. Actually, just before Jodie does come in, just to say what we did have, and across all the schools in the Earth Centre, we had an evening and afternoon of remembrance, Zemzem, which we call our Zemzem prayer, which you would call a prayer, and an evening of celebration. And of course, Jodie, amongst many other initiates, were there. Jodie, how was it for you? Because I know it's the first time you're actually experiencing this.
It was a good day. I know most initiates fasted for the 4 days before the day. Well, it was 5 days in total, and yesterday's was no food, no drink, no liquids, basically nothing.
Well, that was the same thing for 5 days. It was the same thing,
and then in the evening we broke the fast. Unfortunately, I couldn't take part in the Zemzem itself, but we did hear it from downstairs, and it was very powerful. And it made me feel like, I really want to be a part of it. I just felt like I was a bit of a spare part. And
no, you weren't. Your energy's in the place.
Yes, but the energy was wonderful. And even the coming together as a community as well was really nice, which is something that we don't often see out there a lot of the time. It was just a nice family community vibe. It was really, really good.
Yeah, and I know what you're referring to, which is, because there's the gathering first of ones, and I know you were there from early.
Yeah,
well done. Like you was here from early tonight, as you should have been. Well done, Jodie. Well done. Right, time is really important, right? And then as persons came in, and of course we had some guests.
Yes, we did,
which was really good, and they too were exposed for the first time to the spiritual aspect of it. And I know that's the part you're referring to when we're, acknowledging the world of the divine, acknowledging our ancestors and acknowledging the Makaru, and doing that in a spiritual harmony, and the energy that comes out. And it really is a beautiful experience. And today we're really going to be talking about the legacy of Nebnaba. And that was part of the legacy, the fact that we can even take part in a ritual, in a tradition that spans so long, and that's part of his legacy. And so throughout this program, this is going to be livicated in dedication to Nebnaba Lamusa Modern Denibeg, High Priest from the Wusarian temples of the Dogomba people. We're going to be talking a bit more in depth about the works of Nebnaba and the legacy that he left behind. So, do we have the other song lined up in the meantime? Yes. So, we some of the works that has been left, and I think I want to make reference to this at this point, is the Earth Center School. And we often mention the Earth Center School, and we mention the different areas in the school. And like I say, this evening we're going to be looking a bit more in depth into what Nebnaba has really left behind. Now, we are just ensuring that we've got everything up and everything is working. So let's just make sure that you're hearing us loud and clear. We'll check that in a moment. And yeah, let's just play a little music in the meantime.
Some things are just never said, no. Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, see the great things that people do. Changing lives day and night, but nothing I do ever makes the news. Still I have to do what's right to the King of all kings, all praises due. Yesterday I was on a train, a little boy asked me my name. He said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? Said I am a legend that you never heard of before. I said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates, but if one person remembers my name, that means I've made a change. I'm the man who cooks the food and feed the street people in the afternoon. I'm the lady with the broom, sweeping the halls of your son's preschool.
We're talking about the legends that maybe you never heard of. Special request. Nebnaba, the Musa Morondenebeg, High Priest, the one who gave his life for his community, a true legend, one we give thanks for.
Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, see the great things that people do. Changing lives day and night, but nothing I do ever makes the news. Still I have to do what's right to the King of all kings, all praises due. Yesterday I was on a train, a little boy asked me my name. He said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? Said I am a legend that you never heard of before. I said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates, but if one person remembers my name, that means I've made a change. I'm the man who cooks the food and feed the street people in the afternoon. I'm the lady with the broom, sweeping the halls of your son's preschool. I'm the soldier who's up all night, making sure everything's alright. And if you ask me, I'm quite fine, being an ordinary person, doing what's right. Yesterday at the football game, a little girl asked me my name. She said, said, sir, I've seen you before. Tell me, who are you? Who are you? I said, I am a legend that you never heard of before. Said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, that means on the ocean of fame, I'm an unknown sailor. I'm the percussionist playing with the whalers, the one with the shaker, the mover and shaker. My name wasn't on the front of the paper, but me not cater. Much more than the work is greater. Creation glorifies creator. So all needs done are in the name of my maker. I am a legend that you probably never hear about. Never heard from the lion's mouth. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, give praise, that means I made a change. Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, you see the great things that people do. We're out here changing lives day and night, day in, day out. BBC don't show it, CNN don't show it. He's out.
Yes, legend. You know, some people walk amongst us who are legends and who do some really powerful things, and they do it in such a humble way that you know, they're not shouting loud, they're not making a lot of noise, they're simply doing what needs to be done. We're gonna hear the words of Neb Naba.
People from the diaspora, whatever they trying something, is that they don't understand that if you're going to learn something, you are the one that is going to learn something. You're not going to grade what you learn, it's been presented to you. You're not going to judge it, because if you judge it, what you're doing is you're reducing it to your values, which you were trying to go away from. So you see, so that's how it makes it hard for us to grow, because the system made us think we are very smart. Yes, but they say we are smart because we're doing what they want us to do. That doesn't make us smart, you see. So you want to find that place and understand and stay quiet, calm yourself. Understand that, well, there is a civilization that we came from. If we came from that civilization, and some of us got lost, some of us got colonized, some of us get enslaved, and whatever you want to put it, it happened. That's a human thing. Now, what is wrong is when you're coming back home, you don't come back home with you judging what home is. Because if you do that, you really, it's not you that is coming back home. You're coming as the agent of whoever colonized you. You understand that? Because mostly the reason why we don't recover, we all act as the agents of our slave masters. We reason the values we hold and that is so dear to us. We forgot they're the one that put it there for us. So, That's why we advise in this humility. We advise in people to understand. I mean, we know that 500 years trying to recover from something that is not working, we must be doing something wrong. Well, that is what we're doing wrong. We going as the agents of our masters. We reasoning as the agents of our masters. Well, they will only teach us how to serve them and serve them better. So, I know that your reference point is this system. I know that your values are this system. I know that your sense of what is good and what is bad has been provided by this system. I also know that this system is the one that wants you never to recover from slavery. So what is it going to be? What is it going to be? You see? In my place, during the times of the struggle, we had people that were saying, you know what? If your left hand is standing in the way of your move forward towards your future, your freedom, your dignity, cut it off. Because if you say no, you don't want to cut it off, you just choose to be doomed. It's better to be a 100. Is that a word for a 100 person in English? 100? Okay, it's better to be a free 100 person than a 200 slave. You see? Some people say maybe it's even better to die standing than to live eternally on your knees. These are things that we need to put there and reason and think about, because really we're being distracted into thinking that the enemy is that bad wolf coming from somewhere. We will see him coming. No, that's not the enemy. The enemy is the one that gets you without you knowing he gets you. For that to happen, they get you from inside. They become that evil that puts you so much pride into you that you know you're relying on nothing, but yet you think you have all the reasons to be the proudest person on earth. You see? Then you become what we call a panhandler. You dig this hole to close this one, and then you dig that hole to close this one. And when it helps, you use Chinese thought to explain whatever you're doing. Then when it helps, then you use Japanese thought, and then you use Italian thought, and you use whatever, Indian thought. You use everything. While all what you need to do is learn your thoughts. Very simple. You see? Like now, our pride is based on the values from other people. We are Dr. This. We are what? Meditation, whatever, guru, that. We are Chinese. How can a black man be a Chinese doctor? Well, we are the Chinese this, we are the whatever, all what we need to do is learn what belongs to us. You see, just one good reason. That's what we need. And yet we go for thousands of reasons to maintain us into worthless beings position. So, pay this attention. Pay this attention. Already it's so abnormal That the same religion that has enslaved you, you find yourself thinking it will free you. It's already abnormal. You see, it's already weird. It's weird. I mean, like how we tell people, even a dog knows not to go back where he has been hurt. Even a dog knows how to do that. Even a dog knows. So what does that make of us? You see, what does that make of us?
Yes, when you do not know where you're coming from, and when you have no vision of the future, what does that make of you? Neb Naba brought so many things, and as beneficiaries of the works he left Merita, which we call Africa, which you call Africa, we call Merita. The works that he came, given the permission of the temples and of the royalty to come and bring the culture, a culture that